Hunger affects nearly 800,000 people in the Atlanta area, and many of those people have nowhere to turn. Many of the programs that are available to help the hungry rely on government subsidies and assistance, allowing for only a limited amount of resources and limited time to do it. Food Not Bombs offers free meals and assistance to the individuals who have no other place to turn. We met with one of the leaders of Food Not Bombs in Atlanta, known as Earthworm.
Food Not Bombs is a protest against capitalism and wastefulness and militarism. The idea being, why are we putting so much resources and money and everything into bombs and means of killing people when by supporting people in human rights we could take away a lot of the need for violence in the world.
Every Sunday, the volunteers of Food Not Bombs serve a free, warm meal in an attempt to create an environment that cultivates a sense of unity among the struggling and attempts to try and stifle the feeling of helplessness.
We got to come together.
The patrons of Food Not Bombs feel the same sense of responsibility, prompting some to lend a hand with the meal.
My name is David. I am homeless due to drug addictions and alcohol and wrong decisions, but these people have helped me and I actually got to serve for the homeless as I'm homeless, and it's been great. It's been a good experience. I'm full and life wasn't too good before these guys came here, and I feel great for helping other people.
The people that receive these meals are not burdened to Food Not Bombs, but rather a responsibility. We met with Marlon Kautz, another leader of Food Not Bombs and resident of Teardown, who explains the significance of his duties, not just as a member of Food Not Bombs, but as a member of the community.
To me, it's not so much that I think that I need to help the community as an outside force, as that I see myself as part of a community of people who are all doing their best to get by. And if I want to get by also, then I need to do my part to help out.
Elaine, a local resident in the community served by Food Not Bombs, has seen some troubling times, but is grateful that there is somewhere to turn to help alleviate her struggles.
My name's Elaine. I'm a resident of the community of Edgewood, and I have been for quite some time. I became familiar with this corporation for, I'd say about 4 or 5 years ago. One time I was incarcerated and I lost all of my belongings. When I was released from jail, I found out about this place. They were going through the neighborhood passing out flyers and telling the people about it. I came here. Everything that I lost was replaced. No one in this community has to be hungry or clothesless.
The Sunday meal starts on Friday with the trip to the local state farmers market, where Earthworm and a group of volunteers go from vendor to vendor in hopes that they will get enough of the recently expired or surplus food to have enough to pass out later that afternoon and cook for the meal on Sunday. Sometimes a volunteer says there will be days where they leave with nothing. On this particular Friday, Food Not Bombs is able to fill 2 vehicles to the brim, as the vendors are more than welcome to help out the group. The volunteers take the van loads of food to parking lot about 15 minutes away from the farmers market, and with the help of some church volunteers, set up a market of their own and allow those in the neighborhood to come and take as much food as they need until the sidewalk is empty. The hall is big enough to distribute that afternoon and fill the pantry and the Food Not Bombs headquarters, known locally as the Teardown. The Teardown is an instrumental part of the Atlanta Food Not Bombs collective. Not only does the house provide a home for some, it acts as a refuge for the community, as the door to walk-in pantry is always unlocked. The shelves are stacked with some of the produce, and some is placed in the refrigerator. On Sunday morning, more volunteers show up to assist with the meal prep. This starts as early as 11 a.m., where at least 10 people are a part of the process. Some of the volunteers have been coming to the Teardown on Sundays for multiple years, while others started only a month ago. Young and old, these volunteers all share one commonality. They believe in the effectiveness of what they're doing wholeheartedly. Besides the food and clothing they donate, Food Not Bombs gives community members one more thing: a place they belong.
Just let people know that somebody cares. And it helps a lot of people. If somebody cares about you, it helps you to care more about yourself.